All right, y'all. How y'all doing out there? To all the pretty young ladies out there in pretty young lady land, the match started before I could do anything about it. I don't really want to play as him. Alright. Alright, so this episode is going to be the 2018, I almost said 19, the 2018 Crappypasta special. So I am going to make up a Crappypasta as it starts, and I'm calling it a Crappypasta to start out with, because that will allow me to fuck it up, and it'll just be funny. And if I do fuck it up, there's like nothing I gotta, worry about. All right. So this is called the crappening.
The crappening.
It's like the happening, but not.
I understand.
I wasn't talking
But
to you.
the same?
I'm not gonna say any words. I'm just gonna say it's possible that this story might be better than the happening. It depends on the outlook of the person listening to the story and or watching the movie. All right, Nightfire, give me a female name and a male name quickly, because we're using a heterosexual couple. Janice
And David.
All right, Janice and David were a newlywed couple in the neighborhood. Give me a street name quickly.
The only thing that's coming up is Elm, because
On fucking Elm Street. We're doing it. That's it. Janice and David were a newlywed couple, and they had just bought their first house, and they moved in on Elm Street. I know what you're thinking. It ain't that. That ain't what's gonna happen. So this is their first ever home in all their lives in the small town of Hoboken where they grew up. They always lived in apartments, and those apartments sucked. Because they always had to deal with like people cooking a bunch of different weird foods, and it kind of was a little funky. And
it was
babies,
always like garlic and onion.
Yeah, always. It always smelled like musty black man, like throughout the apartment buildings, like all the time for whatever reason. And there's always a hint of baby shit in the air, and they weren't quite sure why. Because as far as they knew,
no one had any babies.
Yeah, no one had any babies that they ever saw. But from time to time, they would hear a baby crying, and it'd always be for a very short, like maybe 40 seconds. Like you'd hear a baby crying off in the distance, and it'd be like, well, where? Who here has a kid? So Janice and David had moved into Elm Street, and I don't know what their address is, but I don't want to tell you what it is if I did know what it was, because you might go try to find them, and that'd be rude, and that's not what's up. That's an invasion of privacy, and that's not okay. So they decided to go outside and really just enjoy their very first lawn. I know what you're thinking. Shut up. We ain't it. That ain't what's happening. So they decided to go outside and enjoy their very first lawn, and their neighbor from across the street, quickly, give me a very strange name for a man. Ashley? Because that's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking Ashley.
Okay.
Ashy Slashy. I think that comes back soon. I don't know. So a man comes over. He's in his late 40s. He's in his very late 40s. He's not the most athletically built. He's got a little punch. He's got a little pudge. His face is a little. Top. Yeah. He's starting to lose a little hair. Not quite. He doesn't quite have the full Steve Buscemi going, but he is missing some hair on the top of his head. It's thinning. We'll say it's thinning. It's thinning toward the top. But he's dressed like your average neighborhood white guy. He's wearing khaki pants, and he's got a nice belt, and it's tied and it's fastened like well around the waistular area. Y'all just saw me miss both of those shots. It was embarrassing. Does anybody need healing?
No. I mean, well, the guy beside you does.
Yeah, I know, but he didn't want to fucking do anything. He He didn't want to sit still. All right. So as the guy walks up and he introduces himself to what was her fucking name again?
Janice?
Janice. He introduces himself to Janice and David. David? Was it David? I think it was David.
Yeah.
Janice and David. He says, "Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm your neighbor from across the street. I saw you guys moving in last week, and I thought, oh, when they get settled in, I'm gonna go across and I'm gonna say hey." And it was mid-October, so they were like, "Why isn't this dude wearing a jacket or something?" It was like, it must be one of those December red babies you hear about. And it's like, they just fucking love the cold. Janice thought that to herself and was like, this guy's a creep. No normal person should like the cold. Well, fuck you, Janice. I like the cold, you bitch. So, he was like, hey, we're having a Halloween party. We're having a Halloween party over there at the old homestead. Because he's one of those white dudes. Yeah. Yeah. I don't forgot the name. He wasn't wearing a polo shirt. He's wearing like an Izod shirt. Looks like a fucking polo shirt, but it's not. It's got like a fucking alligator on it. I think that's Izod. It's an Izod shirt either way. And fuck you. So he tells us, yeah, we're having us a Halloween get together at the old homestead, and we thought it'd be a good chance for you to come and get to know the neighbors, because mostly everybody around here we've been living here for at least 15 years or so. You guys are new on the block, and we want you to feel right at home here on Elm Street. Ha! I know what you're thinking, and stop it.
Because he's all jovial the entire time, and then at stop it, he gets real serious.
Stop it. That's rude. And because they're like, we've never lived in a neighborhood before. It's gonna be nice, Let's do it. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a two-parter. Cause I've done a lot of preamble here. He said, yeah, it's gonna be a Halloween party, masquerade, if you will. So, feel free to get you a costume. You don't have to do anything fancy. There's not gonna be any, there's not gonna be any prizes, or we're not really having a contest. But we think it'd just be, nice and fun to, just have a little blasty blast, over there at the house. Morty.
Hey, Morty.
That's what we're gonna do. Fuck me. Okay.
Sideways.
What a broken glass dildo. So they both agree, and they decide, all right, should we, honey? Should we fucking like, oh my god, do we like fucking get a goddamn costume and shit? Oh my god, fuck.
And this is why no one likes Janice.
Yeah, this is why like, the secret is she didn't necessarily move out of Hoboken. It was more she was forced out of fucking Hoboken. How fucking often is he getting those goddamn dragons? Like, he's getting play of the day. Hanzo's getting play of the day. So the day comes for them to have the party. And it's like they see Ashley out all week, slowly setting up, adding a little decoration here, a little decoration here, there, a little Sergio Valentes, gets it all nice and it's primed. It looks really Halloweeny. They even have the old gag of the witch crashing into the tree. It's funny because it's a witch and she's like, ah! And witches usually see trees coming, but this witch didn't. That's what makes it funny. And there's like big foam tombstones. And they've got pumpkins and it's all the Halloween shit. Yeah, it's all the Halloween shit you expect to see. Cause goddamn it, Halloween, motherfucker. So as the day, so in anticipation, she's nervous and she's like, but we haven't even in the days. It's been like 5 days. It's been like he asked like a week, like a work week in advance. That's why I said a work week in advance, like a work week. That's 5 days. Y'all know that? Y'all do know that, right? Yeah, work week is 5 days. Unless you work 7 days a week, then you have what is called an advanced work week. Okay, shut up. I'm on a roll. So she's been nervous all week, and she's watching out the window all day. She doesn't have a job yet because, as we've already, honestly, she's trying to work, but every job interview she goes to, she fucking talks like this and fuck. And would you hire her? Like, honestly, would you? Like you wouldn't fucking hire the bitch. Like you wouldn't. Like let's just be real. Okay, so I'm gonna try to end this into. I don't want to do this in 2 parts. I want it to be 1 episode. I just what we're gonna do. We're gonna do like. We're gonna do a 2-parter. All right, so not a 2-parter. I'm just gonna do an extra long video. So it's gonna be like 20 minutes because these matches take about 10 minutes to complete. So she was nervous and she had been watching outside all day long, and she had seen many cars like come up to the house, and you know, some would leave but some stayed, and she was like, everybody here seems to know each other so well, oh my god. And her and David had decided to get they had decided to get a Halloween costume. What's their Halloween costume?
Group costume or...
I was thinking that, but you can do it what the fuck you want to.
I'm gonna say that they are a T-Rex and...
Play. Okay, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Janice is gonna go as a T-Rex, specifically the T-Rex, and David is gonna go as the lawyer from Jurassic Park who gets eaten by the T-Rex.
Yes.
I'm good at what I do. Fuck what you think. So she's nervous, and David tells her, "Don't worry, honey. Everyone's gonna love you." It's like they'll see the same thing I see in you. Little did David know, he should be really worried about that. Oh my god. So, also, I don't know if any of you have ever tried to talk directly into a pop filter, but it gets hot fast. So as dusk began to creep over the sleepy little street, the curbside had begun to clutter and fill itself with sedans, Suburbans. Fuck, how that song goes. How the fucking song go?
I don't know.
I forgot how the song went. That upsets me. Yeah, Cadillacs, Escalades. The Cadillac Escalade is by Cadillac, but cars up and down the fucking street. It was full of shit. Like, goddamn. Like, if you didn't live here, you'd be annoyed. And it's weird because most of the people were from the street, and like they drove to the house. Like they drove.
So they're just crowding this one.
Yeah, and they live here.
And they got street side parking, which is annoying as hell.
It's the worst. They live here. They could have walked. It's inconvenient to say the least. Yeah. Like, so instead of their car is being sparsed and like spaced out. Oh my gosh, it's bothering me that I can't remember that fucking song. So she goes over, they go over, they knock, and David realizes that his costume is just a little bit like, fuck man, this costume is, it's clever, but the head of the T-Rex was at least, the top of it was at least 7 feet tall, and it was inflatable, and it was a good gag. Like, it was, like, I appreciated it. Mm-hmm. But ultimately, he was just in the way. And he had, like, partially deflate the T-Rex head to get in the house and be able to be comfortable throughout the night. And, like, so basically, he was basically wearing a T-Rex head that looked like he got the Negan treatment. It was rough.
Okay.
So as the night went on, Ashley introduced them to several people. He introduced them to they. Oh, by the way, they're fucking, like, Ashley's white, but David is fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? David is fucking Israeli. He's not black. He's not white. He's not black. He's not Mexican. He's Israeli. Not Jew, but Israeli. Like, there's a difference. He's proper Israeli. But he doesn't have like an Israeli accent. He just has the Israeli body. Like, he's got like a kind of dark skin, big nose, really curly hair. But he's lived in America his entire life. So it's important. It's not going to come up again. I just wanted y'all to know that. Like, that's what I saw in my head, and I just wanted y'all to see it too. So, the night went on and everything went fine. Everything was lovely. They met many people.
You didn't say what Ashley's costume was.
Yeah, I did.
Did you? What'd you say Ashley's costume was?
I said, okay, remember, David was the T-Rex. And Ashley was the lawyer from Jurassic Park.
No. I mean, that's Janice. We're talking about Ashley.
Oh, Ashley! Sorry. This is exactly why I wanted him to have a weird name. Because that was fucking confusing. Ashley's costume? What should Ashley be dressed as? Like, tell me. I'm dying to know.
That's why I'm asking you. I mean, we could make the joke.
Ashley was cosplaying as Cammy from Street Fighter. Complete with leggings.
Yes.
And unitard.
Like, the rest of his skin tone is so much darker. For whatever reason. Like, just his legs are super...
Like yeah, pale. Super milky and creamy looking. But, yeah, no, it doesn't fit.
It's got, like, the cushions in the ass part, so...
It's weird. It's weird to say the least.
It goes a little beyond that, but either way.
He feels like he's pulling it off. Like, he's very proud of himself, and he's comfortable in his own skin. Which is hard to come by these days. So they meet a very lovely black couple. Fuck. Alright, that's it. They meet a very lovely black couple. A man named Requise.
Of course he is.
And a woman named Ashinkashay.
Uh-huh.
Sit the fuck still, you fuck! Jeez. Okay. And they seem to hit it off fairly well. Requise was a lawyer in a neighboring town. He talked about how the commutes were murder. Not literal murder, because he was alive.
No, he every time he said murder, he would wink.
Yeah. I'm leaving it at that.
Like, with a big smile and everything. Like, he'd like, really lay it on.
It's murder. Like, the commutes are murder. Ting! That's the wink. Like, he had, like, one of the little bellhop bells, like, in his pocket. And every time he said it, he'd pull it out and smack it.
Yeah, he had, like, a bicycle bell in his pocket.
I hate all of this. So as stated before, everyone at this party knew each other fairly well. This wasn't their first go at the rodeo. But as the night wound down and people had their spiced cider and their other fucking Halloween treats, I don't fucking know. Like, there were gummy bears soaked in vodka and I don't know, the candy shaped like motherfucking, I don't fucking know. I don't do adult stuff. I don't know what people do for fun other than play video games and masturbate. I have no fucking clue. But basically, everybody was a little toasty. And it was like, it's be okay. We all live on the same street. And it's like, none of us have to drive. Which clearly wasn't the thought when they all drove to the dude's fucking house. Like, seriously. Like, why the fuck? Why? 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 Why'd you drive? You live 2 feet away. You're right there. You're killing the ozone. Like, your carbon footprint is massive. You're not helping. You aren't. It's important. Mother Earth is dying and we are killing her. We continue to fuck her to death. Play with your own squishy. That is not gonna, that is a reference that a lot of people ain't finna get. Shit.
Anyway.
Sorry, I heard something. So the night was winding down. Ashley came out still. The night has gone on. He's had a few drinks. He's still wearing his Cammy cosplay, but he's no longer wearing the beret. So it's like, he didn't have the hair for it, and like the cami hair was attached to the beret, so a good chunk of the outfit was lost. Like a good chunk of the outfit was lost. How close is Junkenstein to dying?
We're about to do the final round.
Okay, so we got time. So Ashley comes out. God damn, my fucking mustache keeps going up my nose.
That's the true horror.
So as the night wound down, fuck, that's annoying. The night wound down. Ashley came out into the living room and said, "Okay, everyone, you know what time it is." And at this point, Janice is like, "Oh." Anybody here watch Friends? That was a Friends reference.
Yeah, because it's that Janice.
Specific.
It's always been that Janice.
You just didn't know it. Okay. What is wrong with me? Okay.
Everything.
Did you die? You didn't die. All right. Jeez. Okay. No, I was shooting at this back. Is that it? Did we win? Yeah, we won. I still think the victory screen looks like it could easily be a fail state. It just looks like you didn't do well. Oh, there's going to be a part 2 of this. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Because it's already at 21 minutes. It's gonna be a long one.
We've got the setup now.
Yes, because I wanted to get the nonsense out of the way. I wanted to get the stuff out of the way. So now you understand. The quick recap: Janice and David moved onto Elm Street from Hoboken, which is in New Jersey. For those who don't fucking know. They moved onto Elm Street. A man who lives on the street named Ashley came over to welcome them in about a week after they moved in, but a week before a Halloween party that he was throwing and he was inviting them to. The night of the party, Janice is nervous and doesn't quite know how it's going to go because she doesn't know anybody and she's not sure if they'll like her. Dennis tries to reassure her that everything will be fine. They meet a black couple at the party named Requise and fucking Ashinka Shay. Probably going to regret that later. And everybody's had a little something to drink, and it's really hard. It's not to say that the street is blocked off, but the majority of the people who came to the party, because there are at least, I'd say, there's at least, let's say 14 people at the party. So that's about 7 houses worth of people. So that's about 7 cars lined up, like, on either side of the street. Well, about 4 on one side and 3 on the other side, because that's how math works. And I don't know if you ever like been down a street that has curbside parking. It's fucking annoying. So just that's the setup. And Ashley has come out in his fucking Cammy from Street Fighter cosplay, because that's who he went as Halloween. And, fucking all right, that's who he decided to go as for Halloween. And he has told everybody that it's that time of the night. So in the next episode, you'll find out what the time is. And hopefully, you won't be disappointed. You know, if I had actually thought this out beforehand, I could have just said all of that and then got to the meat of the sandwich. So, sorry if I wasted 20 minutes of your time! 24 minutes of your time! Until next time, I'm out of here. Peace!